Sumugot, the bump and the finish. Jumper is good. Lamar, basket and one. Yeah, 6 points back. Lamar knocks down the 3. Steal, Yambing, look out. William Bing throws it down. Laddie sees a gap and throws it down early. Sergio, what a putback jam. Oh my goodness. For 3.
Biyaheng norte ang liga ng bawat Pilipino ngayong Sabado, roughly more than 400 kilometers away from Metro Manila where it has been raining hard. We are live here for the first time this season at the Capital Arena in the corn capital of the Philippines, Ilagan, Isabela. We have Billy Robles, former MPBL champion, making his first All-Star appearance, going up against Christian Farito, his second consecutive All-Star appearance representing the Voyagers. Yan po ang first game, Rizal versus Pasay, followed by the Mekawayan Marilao Gems who will visit the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, it's nice to be back here in Ilagan, and I don't know if people are seeing this, nagkaagulo dito sa Capital Arena.
Well, this is why it's always fun to come back here in Ilagan. You know, the very warm people of Ilagan always welcoming us very well sa kanilang lugar.
Pati natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, on Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Let's bring in our courtside reporter. Walang iba kundi si Miss Lyra Punsalan, who by the way, it's her first time dito sa Ilagan. Alam ko, dahil mo pinagdaanan, Lyra, but now that you're here, kumusta?
Maraming salamat, Ken, Coach Mike. Indeed, it's so nice to join the both of you here in my first time in Ilagan, Isabela. Kahit nga maraming mga side quest at marami tayong pinagdaanan. But anyway, going back to our two teams for today, fresh off statement wins. Rizal and Pasay collide tonight. Rizal is coming off back-to-back victories, pero alam naman natin itong si Coach Don Dulay already looking ahead to the playoffs, and complacency is never in his vocabulary. Pasay, meanwhile, just snapped Batangas' 13-game winning streak to reclaim their identity as Giant Slayers, katulad na lang ng pagpapatumba nila sa Abra last season. But for Coach Marlon Martin, the job is not yet done. Every remaining game is a must-win for a better playoff positioning as well. Momentum is on both sides, pero ang tanong, who keeps it rolling tonight? Abangan natin yan. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Indeed, kaabang-abang itong matchup na ito. Should be a fun duel between these two squads. Pero tignan natin yung ating team standings, Coach Mike, especially in the North Division where 3 of the 4 teams playing today are in the top, particularly gunning for that number 4 spot being held currently by Ilagan Isabela.
Oh, napaka-importante nitong mga laro na to for Ilagan, Pasay, and Mekawayan. Only because, you know, very close yung labanan from number 4 all the way to number 10. Even the Bataan Risers got a good shot of even getting at maybe number 4, number 5, or number 6. So you want to get as higher as you can in the ranking so that, you know, come the playoff, you're a better seeded team.
On the other side, in the South Division, Rizal zeroing in on that outright entry, papasok sa playoffs.
Oo, may habol rin sila para dito sa, even sa number 4, I think. Very close. They're just 2 games behind the Gensan Warriors, and with the Quezon Huskers, you know, reeling in some of their recent games, there is a good chance for Rizal to win their remaining games and try to see if they can catch up even at number 4.
Yun, pwede pa yung number 4 kasi ang ibig sabihin yan, at least a home court advantage in the first round. Pero tignan natin yung last game ng Rizal. They have strung up back-to-back victories. Naunay sa Gensan. Dito sa Sarangani, nahirapan sila bagya in the first quarter, but switch into another gear in the next quarter at tuluyan ng lumayo.
Oo, in second quarter, they only allowed 18 points para dito sa sa kanilang kalaban na Sarangani. And that really was a game where you saw the very good shooting of Rizal, 46%, the three-point shot making, 13 three-point makes, and even a lot of help that they got coming off the bench. That was pretty crucial in that win against Sarangani.
And Naira mentioned already that Coach Don Dulay already setting their sights on the playoffs. Dahil alam naman natin, napaka-veteranong squad nitong Rizal. Makakalaban nila an up-and-coming team in the Pasay Voyagers. It's been up and down as well their season. But boy, you covered this game. The last time out against Batangas City, pulling off a stunner at the Pasay Astro.
I think what's even impressive is the way that they shot the ball from anywhere on the field, even on the line, where they were 77%. The three-point shooting was 11 three-point makes, getting them 35% of their, and just limiting itong Batangas to below 20 points through 3 quarters, allowing only the third quarter for them to get to 20, speaks highly of the efficiency on the offensive end and the desire to play defense on that side of the floor.
All right, time to begin our first game of our doubleheader this Saturday. Pasay Voyagers taking on the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Punta na natin si Miguel Pare for starters.
A very pleasant afternoon to everybody and welcome to the Capital Arena in Ilagan, Isabela. For our first game, it's Rizal versus Pasay. Live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports and the YouTube channel. This is the 2026 MANNY PACQUIAO'S MPBL Season 8. Let's meet the starters. First, for Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Starting at guard number 18, Philip Manalang. Also at guard number 17, Alwin Alday. At center, number 83, Mark Yee. Forward number 28, Marco Balagtas. Also at forward number 9, AJ Coronel. The head coach for Rizal is Don Dulay. Assistant coaches, Rob Wainwright, Arvin Bonleon, Ray Paul Javier, James Bartolome, Jonathan Oiloan, and Don Arenas. Team manager Kyle Cruz. The team owner is Zandre Cruz. Here comes the starting five for Pasay Voyagers. Starting at forward number 16, Jello Santiago. Also at forward number 25, Munmun de la Cruz. At center number 45, Christian Fajarito. At guard number 15, Renz Alcoriza. And at one guard number 13, Steve Nash Enriquez. The head coach for Pasay Voyagers is Marlon Keith Martin. Assistant coaches Vic Escudero, Hubert De Los Santos, Brian Orog, Adrian Bocal, and Kat Tenorio. Team consultant Cholo Martin. Team owners Raul Bacalso, Miguel Ligot, Lavin Castro, JD Castro, and Lian Calixto Rubiano.
Starting five is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. The Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers begin with Philip Manalang, Alwin Alday, Mark Yee, AJ Coronel, and Marco Balagtas. Para naman sa Pasay Voyagers, Steve Nash Enriquez, Renz Alcoriza, Christian Fajarito, Munmun de la Cruz, and Jello Santiago. Game officials are Molly De Luna, Ian Borbe, and Michael Kinay. Substitute referee is Brian Ramirez. Rizal in their white threads, Pasay in their pink jerseys. Mamaya may kawayan, malamang nakapink din. Balagtas and Fajarito will jump it up at center court. And the tip won by the Voyagers. Nash Enriquez starting in his 22nd consecutive game. And despite his struggles, Coach Mike, yung tiwala ni Coach Marlon Martin in letting him start in all of their games so far, it's surely been a boost of confidence para sa kanya.
Yeah, I am sure. No, nakita naman natin in the previous game against Batangas, he was, I think, third in terms of minutes played in that game. I think the top two would be Renz Alcoriza alongside Christian Fajarito. And I like that combination of minutes played by these three. You got a very good point guard in Steve Nash Enriquez, a very able shooter in Renz Alcoriza, who's been shooting the lights out in his recent games. And then, of course, you have Christian Fajarito, a very versatile big that can play both ends of the floor. He's got a good length and good footwork.
Jello Santiago at the free throw line. Yan, Commissioner Emerson Narreta, Zaldi Vilubid, and Ascom Satar Macantal. Sablay yung pangalawang free throw ni Jello. Philip Manalang, the former Ilagan Isabela Cowboy, now with Rizal, starts off at point guard again for the Golden Coolers. Coronel, the former Pasay Voyager. Pass to Philip Manalang, who drives, puts up a shot, no good. Voyagers in transition, bounce pass to Christian Fajarito, who lays it in for their first field goal of the ball game.
And I feel this combination of Christian Pajarito and Steve Nash Enriquez is very complementary to each one. It makes life easier for Christian. In the same way, mas madali makahanap ng scorer na makaka-find ng iba pang sitwasyon with Christian Pajarito and Steve Nash.
Enriquez whips a pass to Pajarito. Shot fake by Santiago. Pasa sa labas. Pajarito for three. It's good. And a quick timeout by Coach. Hindi. It's because he has reached the 1,000 point mark in the MPBL. So kabilang na siya din. Ganun kabilis. A minute and 14 seconds into the ball game. Getting the job done quickly.
And are you not just happy for Christian Pajarito? He has been a big man that has been very crucial. I thought his move last season from I think Binyan going here to Pasay was a move that a lot of people would kind of question ano ba magiging role ni Christian Pajarito pagdating dito sa Pasay Voyagers, but clearly over 2 seasons now he has been able to prove himself as one of the key guys in the rotation of Coach Marlon Martin.
What a journey it has been for Christian Pajarito. At one point, well, bago natin pag-usapan yan, sa palagay ko may mas magandang kwento para sa atin si Lyra Punsalan.
Christian Pajarito continues to reach new milestones, recently named an MPBL All-Star Reserve and now joining the league's 1,000-point club. As I follow his journey this season, he's been the team's loudest voice in the huddles, the first to feel the weight of every close loss, and one of the veterans who never stopped believing through their early struggles. Talagang naglalaro lang ako kung ano ang pwedeng maitulong sa team bilang kuya, he said. Ngayon, mas nakikita na raw niya ang confidence ng younger players, and my favorite when he said, nawawala na yung takot nila at nahawa ko na sila sa gulang ko sa laro. His mantra has never changed, maglaro ng may puso, and for Christian, that's exactly what has earned him every milestone along the way. Back to you guys.
Right on cue, Lyra Punsalan. Tuloy-tuloy ang pagbulusok ni Christian Pajarito. 7 of Pasay's 8 points. And they're up 8-0. 2 minutes gone by in quarter number 1. Rizal continues to miss.
And I thought, Ken, that Christian Pajarito really is that piece na importante para dito sa sistema ni Coach Marlon Martin. And so far, this is kind of like how they started that game against Batangas. They were shooting the ball very well. They were finding open teammates, which is why they were better off in assists in that game against Batangas. You continue to play that way. This is really more like the style that Coach Marlon wants his guy to be on the floor.
Picking up from where they left off in that big win over the Batangas City. Sidestep, Alwin Alday finally gets Rizal on the scoreboard after almost 3 minutes.
Well, to be very resilient, yan naman ang importante para dito sa Rizal. You've come off wins and you've got the pieces as well in your roster. It really is just a matter of having that chemistry and executing properly.
Great denial by Coronel. Tumumba si Jello Santiago. Alcoriza pumukol sa 3. Santiago tried to chuck it down. Bola babalik sa Rizal.
Alam mo, impressive din yung rebounding battle para dito sa Pasay Voyagers. I think they know the importance of getting that rebound for them.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
Well, Marco Balagtas stood no chance there. Really was just a matter of choosing your poison, whether you give the lane or that 3 for Steve Nash Enriquez.
Pumalog palabas yung 3 ni Marquis. 6.5 remaining in the first period. Enriquez off the glass. Rebound, Marco Balagtas. Rizal naman ang tumatakbo. Balagtas got it back from AJ Coronel. And he will score underneath.
Well, both these teams averaging close to 17 fast break points a game. And I think it's very important for Rizal to be better at that department than Pasay Voyagers, because you make this a game, a running game, it kind of puts pressure on the defense of the Voyagers. But you also, as Rizal, have to put a stop on those drives by the Voyagers.
9-point lead for the Voyagers after that made basket by Jello Santiago. Deep seal inside. Nice pass from Marquis, setting up Marco Balagtas.
Well, that's a good combination too para dito sa Rizal. Marco Balagtas, matter of perimeter and paint scoring, no problem with him. He definitely can find a way in that space to try and create.
Alcoriza sumalaksak. Lays it in for 2. At this point, Pasay getting their baskets a little bit easy here in the first quarter.
They've been 3 out of 4 from inside the paint. They've only been stopped once, but everything inside the paint they scored.
Almost a steal. Coronel recovers. Can't convert. Enriquez comes away with the basketball. Now at the halfway point of the first period, Farito puts it on the floor. Overshoots the mark. Got it back. Pumihit na agawan ni Marquis.
Veterano yung pagkaka-steal ni Marquis doon. Alam niya pa baseline ng pihit. Stole it from behind.
Marquis dumps it down low. Philip Manalang will score in the paint.
And so far, Marquis doing all the little things right now. He already has 3 assists. He might have missed a couple of shots, but everything else, he's been trying to be of help, especially as he goes up against Christian Pajarito.
Enriquez, bumagsak ulit si Santiago. Jello and AJ Coronel have been going at it.
Yeah.
Alcoriza between the legs. Jacks up the jumper. Offensive rebound, Munmun de la Cruz. Ball will stay with Pasay.
Pasay's been winning so far yung rebounding game. Mas aktibo sila. Hindi makasecure ng defensive rebound itong Rizal. Kaya naman hindi matakbo.
Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker. Unstoppable sound, ultimate power.
I thought that was just veteran smarts on both ends. Para dito kay Marquis. A steal on one end and then an assist on the other of that finish by Manalang.
Manligues tried to bounce it off the knee of Manalang.
Wow.
Pasa ni Victoria. Hindi nakuha ni Alday. Alcoriza.
Oh, that's a double. Yeah, that's a dribbling violation.
Sumabit sa kanyang hip area.
Nag-rest na yung bola sa hip niya, no? Tapos dribble niya ulit. Definitely a violation.
Bench guys now on the floor for Pasay. Daryl Manligues, King Gortiza, Cyril Gonzalez, Mark Parks, and Lian Martel. Samantala, para sa Rizal, pinasok na si Paul Victoria.
But you know what, Ken, yung laban nila sa Batangas, itong bench na to, laki ng naging tulong nito, pagdating sa continuity ng kanilang sistema.
Especially Cyril Gonzalez, who has been struggling lately at a month stretch of single-digit output in terms of scoring.
Hindi, tsaka ang Voyagers, pagka see this drive by Paul Victoria.
Sobrang swabe naman nun
That
for
is,
the former Pasay Voyager.
Yeah, that's very true. I was gonna say na kung hindi maka-score itong second unit, bumabawi sa depensa. Kaya ganun ka, I guess, committed itong mga players ng ni Coach Marlon sa kanilang mga schemes. Sometimes, you got contact underneath. I think there's gonna be a foul.
Fast break the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Excellent Gortat screen right there by Marco Balagtas, really allowing that right side of the lane free for that drive by Paul Victoria. And I like this combo also of Jolo and Paul. This is very potent, especially with Jolo shooting the lights out from 3.
Coach Don Dulay with a confused look. But despite the strong start of the Voyagers, 11-0 kanina ito .
Yes.
Rizal suddenly cutting the deficit down to 5. Joel Liu, Jolo Mendoza, Jake Gaspay, and JP Sarao now in the ball game. Nakawala si Victoria. Natapik, palabas, nas-touch ang Pasay. And it's good that you pointed out the rebounding for the Voyagers. We'll talk more about that because we have a timeout with under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Maganda ang panahon dito sa Ilagan, the corn capital of the Philippines. Pero balita ko sa Metro Manila, tuloy-tuloy ang pagbuhos ng ulan. We do hope that you stay safe and dry while watching the games live online. May mga na-cancel ng flights papunta dito. Joey Liu missing on the 3. Gonzalez to Mark Parks. Curtiza against Joey Liu. 10 seconds left on the shot clock of the Voyagers. The crossover dribble and the pull-up. All net from Cyril Gonzalez.
Well, one might even say na itong si Cyril was trying to figure out kung paano siya dedepensahan ni Sarao that time. And perfectly read that well. He was drop coveraging and you gotta pull up.
Pasay coming away with a steal. Manligues makes his move early. Got airborne but led with his knee. An offensive foul will be called on Daryl Manligues.
Oh, had that knee stuck out on that drive. And, you know, nakikita mo yung dynamics ng movement ng mga players ni Coach Marlon for the Voyagers. Especially on that drive, quick release, no? Ang pag-release dun sa poste na yon, clear ni Mark Parks. Pero yun na nga, no? Natawagan ng offensive foul itong si Manligues because of that knee on that defender.
Pinalitan na muna siya dito ni Nico Quinal. MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Gaspay off the dribble, goes right at Mark Parks. Could not finish. Gonzalez wants a screen. Gaspay switching onto him. Cyril, step through move. Read well by Jake Gaspay, deflecting it out of bounds.
Which is isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit itong si Jake Gaspay, you know, if you go up against him downstairs, mahaba rin eh, very athletic. No? He can also absorb contact and try and challenge shots. Nal, meantime, will miss.
Victoria, nakabuelo, off the glass, puts it in, plus the foul against three pink jerseys at that. Getting his second field goal.
And one might think that Lawrence Victoria was really just trying to take advantage na hindi nakaset up fully yung depensa nila. Understood, you know, space, was ready for that contact, was able to get that English for that N1 situation.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Boss Sandre Cruz, Boss X, kalaro ko kagabi yan sa pickleball kasama si Coach Don, saka si Jero.
Pasensya ka na, hindi ako makasama dyan dahil I'm bad at these sports.
Sa racket sports?
Oo, racket sports, hindi na pwede dyan.
Nakita ko, nagpapatay ka ng langaw dun sa tennis racket.
Iba yun, iba yun.
Iba
Ano naman yun? House chores naman yun.
Victoria took off early. His shot pops out. And a foul called on the Pasay Voyagers.
Well, obviously the ploy of Coach Don and his guys are really to get as many paint touches as they can. Much as they average close to, I think, about 8 3-point makes per game. You know, right now that's not something that they're going to. They're trying to get paint touches in the hope of getting more fouls and getting more to the line. Nice move.
Backdoor runner by Mendoza is off. Another rebound by Cyril Gonzalez. Pass. Sorry, Coach Mike. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and the absence of a three-point shot making really affecting yung space to which makaka-operate sa loob ang Rizal.
Masikip para kay Gonzalez. Pumihit. Shoots over JP Sarao. Offensive rebound by Pasay. Gonzalez. The teardrop is good.
This is second chance points, no? Fourth already for Pasay. And they have been controlling the offensive rebound. They are getting a good share of those boards, extending possessions for them.
Victoria one-on-one against Quinal. Step back three. And that will end the first quarter. Pasay Voyagers with a strong start. And setting the tone for them is their veteran and team captain, Christian Farito. Now part of the
Yeah.
MPBL 1,000 point club.
Oh, napakahalaga niya para kay Christian Farito. You're just happy for him, lalo na right now with a really good start here in the first quarter for the Pasay Voyagers. I thought defense was very good. I thought that offensive execution was, executed well in the start of the game, but Rizal really trying to recover and making this a closer game at the end of one.
6-point lead by Pasay at the end of quarter number 1. Coach Tantan Banal, Dexter Rosales, Ice Banal, and the rest of the crew later. The Mikawain Marilao Gems will battle the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. And that's a tall order given yung pagdagsa ng mga taga-Ilagan dito sa ating venue. And we're expecting a lot more later. This is just the first game.
We actually have a very good couple of games here for our Ilagan fans. And lalo na itong game na to, free admission, ano? They announced it in social media, so everyone around the area here in Ilagan, you gotta pagkakataon na suportahan ang inyong Isabela Cowboys as they're trying to go up against May Kawayan later on.
They are celebrating their 14th cityhood anniversary. Manny Pay, digital wallet built for the community. I'm talking about the city of Ilagan. Kasi in-announce na sila na city back on August 11, 2012. So that's 14 years already. Na, kaya meron tayong nakita yung mga nagpa-fun run pagdating natin dito kahapon.
Tsaka may mga may mga parades sa streets, ano?
Oh, Jake Gaspay!
Goodness!
Almost threw it down. I was actually amazed that Robles took flight, the Ilonggo Superman. Ayan, oh.
Look at that. It almost looked like a pass off the board, no? Really intended for Jake Gaspay for that attempted slam. Boy, this guy is definitely athletic. You see his length. Played for, was it ICC that he
Tama.
played for, no?
ICC, tapos nagpunta siya ng Lasal.
Yes.
And then ended up with Benild.
I thought his early stint with ICC was really the one that got, scouts seeing how he performs, the potential that he is. And right now, he's here in the MPBL. He's come a long way. Definitely the potential of this young man pretty much on the upside as he plays for Rizal.
Getting a split from the line. Lead is down to 3. It was 11-0 earlier. Farito is back in the ball game. Has the size advantage over Gaspay. Sends it outside. Now the drive by Gonzalez. He will miss. Billy Robles the rebound. Looking to push. Robles. Tumulong palabas yung layup.
Well, they had a shot attempt. At least nandun yung effort. They attempted to get for that offensive rebound. Now they got a chance to defend.
Kinal tightly guarded by Mendoza. Farito on the right block. Face-up jumper over Gaspay. Lista mo na yan.
This is what makes the system very fit for Christian Pajarito. Gustong-gusto nila, iniiwan on the solo side. Ito si Christian Pajarito where he can operate, no? Pass off to shooters, get up a shot, or even go inside the paint.
Victoria pumihit. Rebound nakuha ni Jello Santiago. The pitch ahead to King Gortiza. Look away pass to Kinal. Behind the back dribble, trapped in the corner. Liu all over him. Ooh, but Joel Liu picks up a foul.
Joel Liu really keeping in step with Kinal right there. He was trying to create space dun sa baseline. He couldn't. Fortunate for him, natawagan ng foul itong si Joel Liu.
Babalik sa loob si Nash Enriquez. Magpapahinga muna si Nico Kinal. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
continues to be a very close game between the Voyagers and Rizal. They go on that solo side once again.
Same side, Christian Farito steps back, takes the free. Off target. Another offensive rebound by Pasay. Tapos yung floater ni Cyril Gonzalez. Gaspay, the pass to Jolo Mendoza, steps into a free, and he hits it.
A good pull-up by Jolo Mendoza. The Voyagers actually getting roughly about 32% of their threes made in a game, and Jolo's been one of the huge reasons why.
Dalawa na lang ang lamang ng Pasay. Enriquez, skip pass to Cyril Gonzalez. Farito tries another free. Short. Cortiza with another offensive rebound for Pasay. Gonzalez will pull it out. Long three-point shot from Enriquez. And Robles finally clears it for Rizal. Good pass. Victoria bouncing it off to Jake Gaspay. He could not finish. Fight for the rebound. It's gonna end up with a foul against Christian Farito.
And come to think of it, see this quick release by Jolo. Just understanding he was able to beat the defense of Steve Nash Enriquez. Saw the green light, had to take it. He had, what, 5 3-pointers in their last game. Definitely got to ride that wave, and he continues to shoot very well from beyond for Rizal.
And those are the little things for Pasay, a young team that they are, that they need to work on. Those little details, na knowing your personnel, knowing the scouting report. That time around, you know that Jolo Mendoza has been shooting the lights out lately. You cannot put your body off of him on that situation.
So in almost in every game, itong si Jolo gets roughly about 5 attempts, and he makes 2 or 3 of them. So that's really good percentage for Jolo Mendoza.
Billy Robles will shoot to the line after getting fouled.
I actually like this combination of Billy Robles, Jake Gaspay, coupled with 3 really good guards for Rizal. And I think si Jake Gaspay has made Christian Farito work for his shots.
Billy Robles, former MPBL champion, former awardee of the Sportsmanship Award. Mark Yee playing his first game back after missing the last couple for the Golden Coolers. This free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And Billy Robles is one of the reasons why, you know, they get to the line a lot, because almost half of his shot attempts have really resulted of him getting to the line, because he loves to get inside the paint, to get fouled, absorb contact, in certain instances, get end once.
21-19 pa rin.
Look at that defense by Joel Liu.
Cortiza will miss. Tumatakbo si Victoria. Will not force it up. Pumps it down low to Robles. Blocked from behind by Jello Santiago.
A good defense by Jello Santiago right there. Really staying home. No, not fouling, but just keeping a body on Billy Robles, who we talked about earlier, loves to get inside the paint. J.R. Chavez now on the floor for Rizal.
Baseline inbound. Mendoza catch and shoot. Rebound Farito. Bad pass stolen away by Joel Liu. Gaspay.
Nice
Good pass. Mendoza cuts back door for the layup.
Boy, this 5 of Coach Don Dulay has done wonders for Rizal. Are able to make something out of stuff.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Well, they got that steal on the other end. Gave it up for Jake Gaspay. You thought he was going to go for that shot, but understood he's got a free man on the other side with Jolo finishing.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year, because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Mad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that win. Oh, my!
Have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the
North All-Stars starters, couple of guys from Abra, David Defonso, Raven Gonzalez, Orlan Wamar from San Juan, Warlo Batak galing Pasig City, and kay Manny Ladi for Caloocan. Sa South naman, Nick Cabanyero for Binyan, Hesed Cabo for Jensan, Mark Meneses for Cebu, Jan Nermal for Batangas City, and Sed Manzano for Quezon. Nice crowd on a Saturday afternoon dito po sa Ilagan, Isabela. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Mike Perez, and at courtside we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. 13-2 run by Rizal. They were down 11-0 back in the first quarter. But the veteran team that they are, Coach Mike did not panic. Coach Don Dulay did not even call a timeout despite that strong start to the ball game by the Voyagers.
And that's nothing new to us. No? Nakikita na natin yan. Always trusting his players on the floor to make the right decisions and to make the right adjustments. But Jello Santiago knocking down a three, that's going to be very important for the three-point shot making of the Pasay Voyagers.
Lamang pa rin sila ng 3 puntos. Tatapik palabas ni Renz Alcoriza. More than 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter.
And this three really just breaking that deadlock at 21. Second guessing himself kung paano siya didepensahan. Didn't waste any time, immediately lifted for that shot.
Let's check in with Lyra Punsalan.
Coach Marlon Martin definitely meant it when he told me they would give Batangas their 200%, and they did, snapping the South Leaders' 13-game winning streak. Mukhang effective rin ang pre-game Careless Whisper team song sa dugout. But despite the statement when Coach Marlon quickly shifted the focus to the remaining games, kailangan daw trabahuhin ng bawat laban, especially with the standings tightening and every position becoming more valuable. So far, proud siya sa direksyon ng Voyagers. Tinawag niyang irreplaceable si Christian Pajarito, pero mas ikinatuwa niyang unti-unti nang nagbabuy-in sina Jello, Mark Parks at ang buong grupo. Patunay na nagsisimula ng mag-reflect ang hard work nila sa loob ng court. Back to you guys.
And they might just be peaking at the right time, itong Pasay Voyagers. Maraming salamat, Lyra. Runner, the high arcing shot from Alwin Alday.
And I thought, Ken, yung importanteng run na yun para sa Pasay Voyagers. There was a time that I thought Mark Parks was underutilized, but eventually he was able to get his bearings back. Si Christian Pajarito once again getting the better of that matchup with Jake Gaspay.
Pinupukpok nila sa ilalim tong Rizal, given that they're recognizing the lack of ceiling in their front court.
Nakasona na naman itong Pasay Voyagers. Really challenging yung three-point shot making ng Rizal.
Alday shoots over Nash Enriquez. Billy Robles working hard for the offensive rebound. Foul will be called on Munmun de la Cruz. The adjustment by Coach Don, inserting back marquee. Billy Robles back at the line. Came out empty earlier.
Roughly gets about close to 18 minutes per game si Billy. Dami rin kasi mga kapwestuhan niya dyan sa ilalim. Whenever Coach Don Dulay looks for a forward that can actually get into contact inside the paint, absorb it, and still be physical and be productive, always goes to Billy Robles. Look at that.
Robles still can't buy a bucket, and he commits a foul.
Sayang, nakuha na niya offensive rebound.
Already has 6 rebounds, but just 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from the line. So everything but the shot so far for the recently named All-Star Reserve in the South. Enriquez. De La Cruz looking to post up the much smaller J.R. Chavez. Leaving 12 seconds sa shot clock ng Pasay.
Interesting lang yung point of attack na ginagawa ni Coach Marlon. Very rarely do you see an offense run through the post. But dito nakikita mo kung may pagkakataon sila sa turnover here by the Voyagers. if they do get a chance to get that ball on a solo side nang walang laman yung corner nila, just two guys working it out, talaga pinapabayaan nila sa poste.
Sa pagkakataon na yun, turnover against the Voyagers. Victoria back in the ball game.
Good steal.
Enriquez. No look pass inside. Moon de la Cruz stretches and lays it in.
Sarap siguro kakampi nito si Steve Nash Enriquez. Punta ka lang sa libreng spot, whether it's tight or not, he sees a little space, he will find a way. And the good thing is, this really started on a defensive end. Get that steal, find a dish of that cutting Moon de la Cruz.
Steal of the game brought to you by the Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker, unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Coach Don Dulay wants to talk things over. They are down by 5.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Daming dumagsa dito po sa Capital Arena in Ilagan, Isabela. Celebrating 14 years of cityhood. Later we'll have the Cowboys defending their home court. Kalaban nila ang may Kawayan Marilao Gems. Under 4 minutes left, Rizal trailing by 5. Chavez remains on the floor for the Golden Coolers. Markey offering a screen for Victoria. Paul sees an opening. Can't make the free. Nash Enriquez. Working with Parito. Kanina pa nabibighan ng crowd sa mga galaw ni Nash Enriquez.
Lalo sa mga look away na mga pasa, no? But eto, sigurado mabibighani rin sila dito. That's Alcoriza. Just, an offensive guy that finds a way to score.
All net. Putting some art to it. J.R. Chavez snaps that 7-0 run by the Voyagers. 30-25. Under 3 minutes left. Parito backing down Marquis, spins baseline, blocked from behind. But also a foul. Marquis does not agree.
Because he felt he got all ball off that spin.
Si Coach Don, hindi na nakatingin eh.
Iwas na lang.
Challenge na natin. I mean, with all seriousness though, the trust that he has with his vets.
Pero ito yung hinahayaan kasi na gawin ni Marquis, tapos tatimingan niya. It's either a steal off the spin or a block off that spin. Alam niya na papuntang baseline yung karamihan na pihit ni Pajarito dun eh. Kasi he understands I have help down the middle and most probably Christian Pajarito is gonna go on the baseline side. And so far, itong si Christian Pajarito has done marvelously here to start the game. He's got 13 points. 6 of his points coming inside the paint, a couple of them coming from the outside.
Hindi natuloy yung challenge. Na-warningan pa si Marquis after complaining with the game official. Split at the line from Christian Pajarito. 6 ang abante ng Pasay. Chavez sees an opening. Pull-up jumper off the back iron. Alday swoops in for the offensive rebound and put back. Baba sa 4 ang kailangan nilang habulin. Boss X making the trip here to Ilagan.
I thought that was one of the very few times that Steve Nash Enriquez was late to a defensive rebound. Mismatch once again on the post.
Shot by Parito. Alday gives it up to Victoria in transition. Nailang sa paghabol ni Jello Santiago.
Look at that quick cut.
Pwestuan sa ilalim between Moon de la Cruz and Alwin Alday. Rizal is in penalty. Free throws coming up for Moon.
The Voyagers actually, they have a good set of players that can actually post up, ano? Moon de la Cruz, Rizal Coriza, Jello Santiago, of course Christian Pajarito now gets subbed by King Gortiza. And they're trying to make the most out of it. They're hunting mismatches down on the post.
De La Cruz misfiring on the first. You were talking about, as Coach Don Dulay directing instructions, we were talking about the rebounding for Pasay because for the entire season, they've been struggling in that department, only averaging 38.8 rebounds, good for number 24 in the league. That's third to the last. But against Batangas City, you saw them dominate the glass, especially in the early goings. And here in this ball game, for the most part, they've held Rizal to only one shot. Kasi yung Rizal, ang dami nila offensive rebounds when they went up and won that game against Gensan. But today, they've been limited. Well, they have 7. But yung second chance opportunities, hindi rin nila nakakapitalize.
I'd like to think that really is because of just Coach Marlon understanding, you know, where they need a lot of improvement on. And pagdating sa rebound, effort lang naman ang kailangan yan. And I think, based on that game against Batangas, you see Coach Marlon right there trying to make his point. They really did a good job of securing the defensive rebound and making it difficult for Batangas to get to the offensive boards, to which they've been really good at, itong Batangas. So you try and take away that from Batangas, you are really getting the rhythm out of the athletics team in that game. And I think this is the same way that they're doing here with Rizal.
Tinawagan ng technical foul ang Pasay Voyagers. Alday shooting the technical. Trims the gap to 3.
Well, they're 5 of 10 right now from the free throw line. Those 5 missed free throws is something that definitely gonna spell out the difference in this game, especially in a close game like this.
Inbound from the baseline. Martel catches it, gives it back to Nash Enriquez. Gortiza falls down on the floor. More free throws coming up for Pasay. Both teams, though, have not shot the ball well from the line. Rizal, 4 out of 9. Pasay is 2 out of 6.
Well, in terms of trips to the line, kung tutuusin, mas madalas pumunta sa free throw itong Rizal. But at the rate that the changes have been, especially in the last 2 games for the Voyagers, they have gotten to the line a lot.
Pumalog palabas yung pangalawa. J.R. Chavez getting a lot of minutes in the second quarter. Goes right at Enriquez, natapik. Mananatili ang possession sa Golden Coolers.
I have always thought, Ken, na yung lower left side na yan, inside the paint, near the corner of yung baseline, napakasikip niya for the most part. So if you're a scorer, you have to be very crafty at finishing.
4 pass by Chavez leads to this layup by King Gortiza.
King Gortiza so far winning this matchup with Alvin Alday on both ends.
Alday back to J.R. Chavez against Nash Enriquez. Chavez in trouble.
Man.
Nagawan sila ni Lian Martel. So a couple of turnovers for J.R. Chavez. Fast break the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
This is the second time that we've featured a fast break by the Pasay Voyagers, which really emanated from a very good defensive stand.
Voyagers will call for time, up by 6.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Some bad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that
Oh, my!
have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Later this month, we'll have the Sports Plus MPBL All-Stars Saturday. Starting at 3 p.m., the all-executive game, 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, one-on-one invitational challenge, and the MPBL All-Star Game sa ganap na Agosto, ika-29 ng taong 2026.
Wow, impressive, ha? Kombinasyon yan, ha?
Gawin naman natin 2,226.
Yan. Mahusay ang kayong pagkakabigkas, Ginoong Ken Pangilinan.
Linggo ng wika August
Gano'n ba? Oo nga, no? That's right. Nararapat lamang na ating gamitin ang ating sariling wika.
Gusto ko din batiin ang mga taga-Ilagan na mapya nga fugag ili na Ilagan.
Ang galing mo! Saan naman ba natutunan niya? Sa hotel o?
Ha?
Nagtanong ka ba doon?
Nagtanong ko sa kaibigan ko.
Okay.
Huwag ka na ma-impress masyado, Ochmike.
Oo nga. Malupit ang mga binibitawan mo Marky.
Still can't find the mark from beyond the arc.
And that's his spot, huh? That is definitely his three-point spot.
Paubos na ang oras sa first half. Enriquez. Martel to beat the buzzer! And he gets it to go! What a pass from Nash Enriquez. And Pasay closing out strong in the second period.
Wow, what a pass. What a catch by Leah Martel. I tell you, that's really just a matter of trust that a teammate is going to be there, and Leah Martel just trusting his preparations for that shot. This is what I think the fourth, fifth three-point make so far in this game for Pasay.
Eyes behind the back of his curly hair, Nash Enriquez. And the Pasay Voyagers enjoying a 9-point lead at a half, 37-28.
inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Some bad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that
Oh, my!
have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Welcome back to the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Lyra Punsalan and we're now at the half of our first game between the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers and the Pasay Voyagers. Joining me here at the half is the assistant coach of Rizal. We have assistant coach Ray Paul Javier. Coach, magandang first half para sa Rizal kahit na medyo naghahabol tayo. Anong pinaka nagustuhan nyo sa execution ng team so far?
Well, so far, Coach Don, we're telling the boys na go lang doon sa practice, may ensayo. And what we really like now sa mga boys is nagko-compose na as team.
And Coach, may momentum ang Pasay ngayon as we can all see. Ano ang biggest adjustment para makontrol nyo naman ang second half?
Coach Don was telling the boys na makuha lang namin yung depensa. And that's it. Hopefully, up to the last quarter, we can make it.
Coach, may mga gusto ka pa bang pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Yeah, sahin ko na lang. Nagpapasalamat kami kay Mayor J. Diaz for having us here in Ilagan, Vice Mayor J.B. Diaz and the councilors. And we'd like also to thanks our sponsor, especially yung governor namin sa Rizal, Governor Nina Inares, Governor Ito Inares, ang aming sponsor Golden Coolers, Sir Jamie Lim, Boss Joel Conde, and the Centro Mall dyan po si Boss Boss Sandy Cruz and Ma'am Cristina Cruz, Boss Alex Cruz and family, and Dreamwave Beach Resort po sa Ilagan, and Health Forum with Doc Atoy, Lucky Win, and Powerhouse Scouting, and shoutout po sa Rising Champion Basketball Camp ng Isabela. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat, Assistant Coach Ray Paul Javier of the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. The MPBL will be back.
Sa droga ay wag maalipin, buong bansa'y magsama-sama. Sa kanya-kanyang pupunan, basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo, sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin, buong bansa'y magsama-sama, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat baya'y di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit anong mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball, sports na tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin, buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL.
halftime score, 37-28. Pasay holds a 9-point lead over the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Coach Mike, lumamang ang Pasay 11-0, but Rizal did not panic, chipped away at the lead, even tied it up at 23 apiece. Behind ito si Christian Farito, who had a strong performance breaking through the MPBL 1,000 point club. But the Voyagers finishing the quarter strong and ending the second period with a 9-point lead.
Well, if you look at it, it really was because of shot making. Kaya lamang itong Pasay Voyagers and them controlling the rebound and being better in ball distribution. That's based on what we've observed so far in the first half. I feel that Rizal, so long as they're able to solve the shot making, especially with taking care of the boards, they should be okay with this game. But the thing is, it's the defense really of the Pasay Voyagers that has somehow made it difficult for them to even make shots from inside the paint. And you gotta give credit as well to the confidence in the way that they take their shots, in the way that they feed open teammates for the Voyagers.
7 points each from Alvin Alday and Paul Victoria. Rolo Mendoza had 5, and Marco Balagtas with 4 points for the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. But dominating the paint, hitting his outside shots, Christian Farito has 8 dozen for the Pasay Voyagers. 6 points naman para kay Jello Santiago, tig-4 para kay Cyril Gonzalez and Renz Alcoriza. Pasay sneakily is a solid defensive team. They've only given up 76.4 points per ball game. That's good for number 6 in the league. Currently at 11-9. And Coach Mike, lagi silang nasa playoffs under Coach Marlon Martin, but they always enter as a lower seed. Now they're gunning for that number 4 spot. And if they could get a win against Rizal, that's gonna be huge for their chances.
Well, I think it's the quality of defense being shown by the Voyagers. I feel that win against Batangas really, gave them, that boost that, hey, we can play against one of the best defensive teams. So moving forward with the remaining games, I feel that's something that they've really looked at. And guys like, for Rizal naman, guys like Billy Robles, gotta get to work. They've gotten more to the line in the first half. They've shot the ball well from there. But it's really the field goal shooting as well as the rebounding that has caused challenges para dito sa Rizal. Now, how will they adjust and address that here in the second half? Yan ang gusto natin makita para dito sa Rizal.
Binago din nila yung lineup nila sa pagsisimula ng third quarter. Jolo Mendoza, Joel Liu, Billy Robles, Jake Gaspay, and Paul Victoria now on the floor to begin the third period. That shot rolls out for Christian Farito. Mendoza against Nash Enriquez. Gaspay offering that screen. Mendoza sees an opening, takes it, and makes it from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a guy that's been shooting the ball well for Rizal so far. He's 3 out of 5 from there. Might be the hottest hand on the floor right now para dito sa Rizal. You gotta get him free, you gotta get him involved in the offensive end.
8 points for Jolo Mendoza.
There's that post-up once again.
The right block, Farito. Sizing up the defense of Jake Gaspay. Masyadong malakas yung kanyang hook shot. Almost another offensive rebound. But ball will swing back to Rizal. 3-point shot brought to you by the Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
And he is just one of those guys that's been so good. See that good alley-oop by Paul over to Jake Gaspay.
That was not an easy pass from Paul Victoria.
Not an easy catch at all.
At hindi rin madali yung
Oo.
pagtapos doon ni Jake Gaspay.
Importante doon hindi na binaba, diretso na, one motion.
Sa poste, Alcoriza laban kay Joey Liu. Rebound, Victoria. 4-on-1 fast break. Robles takes flight and lays it in with his left hand. Quick timeout by Coach Marlon Martin.
Well, Coach Marlon sensing something that needs to be addressed by the Voyagers. 4 white shirts in transition just alone Voyager to try and defend that fast break. And Joey Lee, you're just unselfish, leaving it up for his forward in Billy Robles to finish.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Isa na lang ang lamang ng Pasay, 37-36.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayanigang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang puhunan. Basketball, muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2,
Welcome back to the MPBL. Fresh off his MPBL All-Star Reserve selection, Billy Robles is proving there's more to the court enforcer in him than meets the eye. Matapang sa loob ng court pero aminado siyang softy pagdating sa asawa niyang si Micah Isabel Robles bilang haligi ng pamilya. Si Micah raw ang walang sawang nagtutulak sa kanya na magpakatatag at magpalakas sa basketball at sa buhay. After 8 years, finally, natupad na rin ang pangarap niyang maging MPBL All-Star, which has always been his goal with the belief of his wife. Behind the league's enforcer is a woman who never stopped believing in him, and for Billy, that may be his greatest strength of all. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. That partnership has stood the test of time. And Billy Robles, it's hard to believe that it's been quite a journey here in the MPBL. Ngayon pa lang siya magiging all-star, but well-deserved all-star selection para sa kanya representing the South, this time for Rizal.
And that story really is not just about yung kwento na ganyan. Eh, nakikita natin yan sa everyday na ano nito nila na Billy.
MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community.
I was gonna say even in their social media, di ba? Makikita mo naglalaro yan magkasama si Micah at si Billy.
Yeah. Finally, the first taste of the lead for Rizal, 38-37. 10 straight points, di pa nakakapuntos ang Pasay. 2.5 gone by in the third. Santiago off the dribble, steps inside, blocked. De La Cruz, wala din. Robles secures the rebound. Victoria turns around. He will shoot, he will miss.
Wow, look at Billy Robles.
Got it to Jolo Mendoza on target from rainbow distance.
How about the All-Star Reserve in Billy Robles trying to battle underneath against the bigger Christian Fajarito, able to pull that offensive board and feed a three for their best shooter so far on the floor in Jolo Mendoza. I see this right here. He was battling it out. Jake Gaspay was in it. Got out position, but that left-hand pass, we've always talked about the importance of that strength on the left hand of Billy Robles. Now it's not just about scoring, it's even about spraying that ball over to Jolo Mendoza.
Pasay 11-0 start in the first quarter. Rizal naman ang nagpakawala ng 13-0 blast to begin quarter number 3. Mintis ang unang free throw ni Nash Enriquez.
At saka si Jolo Ken, 4 out of 5 na from 3. So mainit yung kamay niya from there. You gotta definitely ride that hot hand.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Enriquez hits the second. Unang puntos pa lang para sa Pasay. Coach Don making the right adjustments here to begin the third. Baseline drive, Victoria dumps it down low. Robles beginning to heat up after a scoreless first half. He now has 5 to go along with his 7 rebounds. Santiago lines it up. Fajarito, wala pa din. Victoria on the run. Couple of guys beaten but can't convert. Enriquez gets the rebound, fouled by Joey Liu. Dalawang magkababayan yan. Both from Cebu. Rizal has outscored Pasay 15-1 in this quarter. Marlon Martin inserting back Cyril Gonzalez.
Yeah, and itong defensive intensity Ken ng Rizal has taken the rhythm out of Pasay, no? To start the third quarter.
Enriquez, Farito up top. Doesn't hand it off to Gonzalez. Farito with the basketball still. Paubos ng shot clock. 2 seconds left.
That's a dribbling violation.
And the defense of Rizal suddenly clicking here. Coach Don loving the effort.
At saka ang ganda ng pagkakapwesto ng mga nasa gaps nila eh. Every time na pumoposte na itong si Christian Fajarito, there's always that baseline help. Samantalang yung nasa ibabaw naman, sa may free throw area, ready to double anytime that he goes in there, even on a spin.
Mendoza against Cyril Gonzalez, crossover dribble to the pull-up. Oh my, so beautiful to watch from Jolo.
And he's only missed twice so far on the field. But his shooting has been pretty solid. Only scoring once inside the paint. Everything's been either from the three or from the perimeter for Jolo Mendoza.
Gonzalez. Pasay still firing blanks. Has yet to make a field goal here in the third quarter. Joey Liu lines it up from the corner. It rims out. Voyagers look to push.
Good defense by Jolo.
Cutting off Enriquez. Stopping what could have been another transition opportunity. Hilario nasa loob. Pumihit. Lahat ng puntos pahirapan sa quarter na ito para sa Pasay.
Tsaka yung mga shot attempts nila Ken. Out of rhythm, nagmamadali, not in good balance. And that is really the defense forcing them in those situations. Nagmamadali. Di katulad kanina, they try and get paint touches, they spray it out, then the other guy makes a decision whether to take a shot or spray it again. But so far, this has been out of rhythm ang Voyagers in the third.
The last field goal made by Pasay was that buzzer-beating three by Lian Martel. King Gortiza still could not change that. Victoria. To Joey Liu.
Nice drive.
Coronel catches, will retreat, gives it up to Jolo Mendoza with 8 on their shot clock.
Can't go under.
Jolo thought he got fouled. Tracked down his own miss. Kicks it out to Joey Liu. Natapik sa likod ni Enriquez. But Victoria recovers. Liu back to Paul. Victoria for 3. Joey Liu swoops in. But he ends up giving up a foul. Great effort by the Golden Coolers.
And those successive offensive rebounds, in my opinion, if you take that sequence right there, is a very good example of yung effort to get an extension on their possessions. No, kanina hinahayaan lang nila makakuha ng rebounds defensively itong Pasay Voyagers, but now, they're not going down without at least an attempt to get the offensive glass.
17-1 scoring quarter for the Golden Coolers. Gonzalez sends it to Manligues. Wants a screen against Manalang. Shot clock again. An issue. Mark Parks with an offensive rebound. Now takes it over Sarao. Wala pa din. Pasay just could not buy a bucket here in the third.
Nothing from anywhere.
I'll die for free. Couple of bounces and out. But Coronel sticking with it. Kissing it off the glass and in.
Ano man nagpapahirap dito, Ken, for the Voyagers? It's the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers making shots from anywhere. Finally, a shot made from Hilario at the 3-minute mark.
So almost 7 minutes without a field goal Before that basket by Brian Hilario. Bumagsak si Jolo Mendoza. They were 0 out of 11 here in the quarter before that made basket.
And I think, you know, Jolo Mendoza has a good part of why this start has been for Rizal. Alam natin, gumanda yung depensa nila, but without that shot making of Jolo Mendoza, you know, it wouldn't change a thing. It still would be the Voyagers, but because of him making shots from anywhere on the field, he's given this lead over to Rizal.
Sarao buries the free from the top of the key. 10 na ang labang ng Rizal.
3 made 3-pointers so far here in this quarter.
On the left block this time, Parito. Cortiza will get it and scores in the paint.
Somehow, Ken, parang padampot-dampot lang yung puntos dito ng Voyagers in that last possession. Gone were those really good ball movement and off-ball movement that allowed them those advantage in assists.
Muntik ng maagaw. Rizal continuing to swing the ball. Manalang pumihit. Shoots it. Can't get that one to fall. Cortiza on the run. King soars. Can't score. And Alday lost it. Out of bounds. Mananatili ang possession sa Pasay Voyagers.
Nakita mo kayo kanina na nakuha yung bola ni King Cortiza at bumababa siya. Hindi pinayagan ni AJ Coronel na basta lang niya ibababa yung bola. He stayed with him, stopping that ball, delaying any looks, and not allowing an easy finish at all for King Cortiza.
Manligues. Farito on the left block. Working on Sarao. Hook shot rattles in. Much needed basket for Farito, who now has 14 points.
And I think much needed, lalo na for Christian Farito, to get back into that rhythm as he was really hot in the first half.
Under 2 minutes left in the third. 6-point lead for the Golden Coolers.
Stagger away.
Victoria. Parks in front of him. 3 seconds left. Parks comes away with a steal. On the run. Sidestep. Passing it off. Rizal not yet in penalty.
So in a way, no, that was a good foul given up by JP Sarao.
Napaganda.
Oo. Kasi even in the free throw shooting is not so good for the Voyagers. They're shooting only 40%. They've missed 6 of them here in this game.
Referees will review that last foul call. 50-44, Rizal did not lead in the first half, but suddenly caught fire here in the third behind 8 of the 13 points of Jolo Mendoza, who spearheaded the charge.
And this was that recovery by Mark Parks as he was driving. I think they're checking if this can be, escalated to an unspo.
Which I don't think
I
they
don't
should.
think so, yeah. I don't think so. Not so much in there.
Guys in pink with the possession. Baseline inbound para ay Manligues.
Then they're clear out Christian.
Farito battling with JP Sarao. Spins baseline. Another turnover forced by the defense of the Golden Coolers. Alday, baseline drive. Bouncing it off, Cyril Gonzalez.
Well, good defensive intensity by the Voyagers in that instance. I thought Rizal on the other end did a good job of pushing away Christian Fajarito and making him, get more dribbles, trying to get to that attack.
Alday doesn't force it. Victoria against Gonzalez. Slams on the brakes, fades away. Tatalbog palabas yung kanyang tira. Babalik ang bola sa Pasay Voyagers.
Grabe yung labanan sa rebound doon. And only because the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers has finally realized the value of securing the offensive rebound on their end of the floor.
Can Pasay catch their second win? just staring at a 6-point deficit. Bounce pass to the post. 5 seconds left. Farito forcing it up. Short.
Got a 2 for 1.
Victoria forcing it up. Wala din. Farito.
Oh, AJ Coronel doing a good job defending.
Mark Parks offline. Last touch si Farito. At pwede na ring last shot dito ang Rizal with 21.4 seconds left in the third.
Talk about stopping the ball. AJ Coronel has more than once shown that drive to stay on the ball, especially in transition, to keep in step. Chavez now inside.
J.R. Chavez, Alwin Alday, Lawrence Victoria, Philip Manalang, and JP Sarao to close out this period.
They want everything open now. They're putting JP Sarao on the short corner.
4 na segundo na lalabi. Pasa sa labas. Victoria off the back iron. And the third quarter comes to a close. Rizal taking their first lead. Trailed by as many as 11 points in the first half. And heading into the fourth, up now by 6-50-44.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sikreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Jolo Mendoza, all of his 15 points came in that first half. Lalo nung second quarter, lumayo sila kontra Sarangani. Here in the third, sila yung naghahabol, Coach Mike. Siya rin yung nagpabigay ng lamang para dito sa Rizal.
Yeah, katulad nga ng sinasabi natin kanina, no, gumanda ang depensa nitong Rizal in the third quarter. Pero nag-complement yung shot making nito ni Jolo Mendoza, which I feel that was really the missing piece in the first half for the Golden Coolers. They were getting to the line more in the first half. They were really not just making their shots, and they were getting out-rebounded. They solved that in the third, got into a good run, and hence this lead.
Fourth quarter underway, Pasay with the first possession. Cyril Gonzalez. Rizal outscoring Pasay by 15 points in the third quarter, 22-7. Wild shot by J.R. Chavez. Foul against Pasay.
Yeah, well, medyo nagmadali na si J.R. Chavez. Pwede na pull it back, set up the offense. Anyway, you got the lead.
Pasay was held to just 3 out of 17 from the field in the third quarter. Sarao pass to Alwin Alday. To J.R. Chavez. Balagtas offers the screen. Coronel is at the corner. 3 seconds left. Chavez forcing up the 3. The rebound ending up with Farito. Just a short rest to end the third for Christian. Urtiza. Farito at the elbow. A little bit too far out. Now he takes the free over Sarao. And Chavez with a rebound. Kinapitan ni Daryl Manligues. Gandang matchup din ito. J.R. Chavez, by the way, facing off against his former team as well.
Yeah, o nga, no? Nag-Voyager nga pala siya.
Right.
That's right. Well, magandang tapatan yan sa labanan ng Guardia. Now, Coach Marlon has brought back Renz Alcoriza to probably bring in more scoring production for them. Good dive.
Nice assist from J.R. Chavez. JP Sarao gives them an 8-point lead.
Medyo ang ganda ng timing ng pagkakapasa ni J.R. Chavez. Once that 2 on the ball situation happened, he understood there's a teammate that's free and found that role in the middle.
Santiago, hand off to Renz Alcoriza. before on the shot clock. Had to shoot over Alday and he hits that one.
And they're gonna need for him to make those shots. So si Rizal, he's got 7 so far. That is his first made 3. Got all of his points inside the paint or in the first half.
Just a 5-point lead. Chavez. Shot clock at 5. Still with the basketball. Nothing really happening here on the offense. Coronel will bail them out though with a teardrop.
How about the contribution ni AJ Coronel, Ken? Na kanina yung depensa pinag-uusapan natin. Ito, walang nangyayari pero humanap ng paraan para makapunto si AJ Coronel. He's just been off the bench really good for Coach Don Dulay.
Santiago lost his balance. Naagaw ng Rizal. Numbers for the guys in white. Chavez off that Gortat screen. Found an opening, lays it in with his left.
And once again, you get into a transition situation where the Voyagers outnumbered by the white shirts that end of the floor. And that is going to be a foul, definitely on AJ Coronel. He tried to reach.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Well, this is that beautiful roll earlier by JP Sara. Well-timed that pass by JR Chavez. Alvin Alay gets a rest.
Babalik sa loob si Joey Liu. Gurtiza, wraparound pass. De La Cruz, dinala sa kabila. Gurtiza swoops in. And the putback goes to cut it down to 7 points, 56-49.
Diyan mahusay si King Gurtiza. Yung mga effort na ganyan. Never runs out of it. Post up against the zone.
Sarao to Chavez. Thinking about that 3. Doesn't take it.
Oh, this zone has slowed them down.
Now he does. Off the back rim. Farito secures rebound number 10. Another double-double for Christian Farito.
Matter of making shots now for the Voyagers.
Si Farito, hindi na natin masyado naramdaman here in the second half.
Yes, agree.
De La Cruz, pass to the outside. Santiago, paubos ng shot clock ng Pasay. A second remaining. Alcoriza bails them out. His second triple here in the fourth.
Oh, Rizal Alcoriza, 2 out of 2 from 3 here in the fourth quarter. Time winding. He understood the clock. Tried to give it a shot fake. No way he was going to drive, but he was definitely in a situation that he's got to release that 3.
Naibaba ang lamang sa 4 na puntos, 56-52. Coach Don Dulay wants to talk things over.
Sa bawat laro, may kasama ka. Sa lahat ng hamon, may backup ka. Kasangga sa lahat. Kasabay na aangat. Dahil sa bawat pagsubok, di ka nag-iisa. Sa bawat galaw, may puntos ka. At lahat dapat sama-sama. Kaya sa labang hanggang dulo, pusong palaban ang sekreto. Sports Plus MPBL. Tatak panalo.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Commissioner Emerson Oreta, Zalderi Lubid, Rudy Distrito, Ascom Satar Macantal, making the trip here to Ilagan City. We are live from the Capital Arena in the Queen Province of the North in Isabela. And Pangilinan pa rin po kasama si Coach Mike Perez. And at courtside, we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. Mendoza is back in for Rizal.
Dumadami na ang tao dito sa Capital Arena. Waiting that match later by the Cowboys.
Puno na yung lower section natin.
Correct.
Robles off the mark. Alcoriza has come alive here in the fourth. He takes the free. This time it's short.
Golden Coolers got to keep that energy and intensity on the defensive end. You got to keep continuing attacking the paint.
Baseline drive by Liu. Victoria, no hesitation. Still can buy a shot from beyond the arc.
Well, that's twice already na sinet up nila si Paul Victoria on a three in the corner. A three-point shot. Earlier it was on the wing. He missed that. Now here in that corner, he missed that again. And you would like, if you're Coach Don Dulay now, to get the ball in the hands of Jolo Mendoza because he so far has been very consistent at shot making, which was the challenge in the first half.
MANNY Pay, the digital wallet built for the community. Urtiza to Jello Santiago with 7 on the shot clock. Goes airborne. Met Jake Gaspay in the air and somehow made it in.
Didn't we say ang lakas ng katawan niya ng Jake Gaspay, pero ibang klase yung attack na yan. Jolo.
Rebound Martel. Pagkakataon na tumabla o lumamang para sa Pasay. Coriza in a collision involving Jake Gaspay. Gaspay picks up his third foul.
Well, so far, Alcoriza has been solid here in the fourth quarter, no? Those couple of threes. And you like that he is taking shots now. Kanina medyo tahimik ng onte pagdating sa production scoring. Itong si Alcoriza.
He's been playing relatively well since coming over during the window, averaging in double figures. Has had at least 3 games with 20 points, including that 26-point ball game against Maykawayan Marilao. Split at the line, cuts the lead down to 1. We are at the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Mendoza taking his time, 10 on their shot clock. Cross-court pass, Victoria off the dribble. The teardrop does not work. Shot did not hit the rim. Liu has to put it up. Almost got it in.
Wow, look at that battle for the offensive rebound. Hindi basta binibigay ng Centro Mall Golden Coolers yung madaling defensive rebound. They just keep crashing the offensive board. And that to me is the difference maker so far in this second half.
Enriquez to Urtiza. Pasay eyeing to take the lead on this trip. Alcoriza has been really aggressive. At that time, ball was stolen away from him. Victoria, pass to Mendoza. Gaspay will retreat. Will pass to Jolo. Between the legs against Martel. Takes the free.
Wow.
Robles, the rebound from the weak side. Kissing it off the glass and in.
Billy Robles. So once again, effort, intensity, defensive commitment, and just that strong body and that will to finish that possession.
7 points and 9 rebounds for Billy Robles. Urtiza. Robles fights for it and now has 10 boards. Victoria though almost lost it. Urtiza crashing
Underneath.
now cramping up. Suffering from cramps, King Urtiza. Being helped by both Jolo Mendoza and Lian Martel is King Urtiza, who crashed hard here on our table.
And what a sign of good sportsmanship here by Jolo Mendoza. You know, taking care of King Urtiza and helping him up. And the guy's been, you know, playing with a lot of intensity on the floor. And so, you know, you got to give credit to the effort of King Urtiza.
Billy Robles, just 7 points, but 11 rebounds. Mendoza shot fake, pull-up jumper, puts it in, plus the foul.
Oh my! Jolo Mendoza. Even at a point when you think there was nothing that's going on, they just continue to hunt. Jolo, shot fake, one dribble escape. Jumper from about, what, 17, 18 feet? No problem at all.
15 points for Jolo Mendoza. And he has done a tremendous job picking his spots on offense. Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Hits the free throw. 16 points. 11 of which coming here in the second half. 6 na ang abante ng Rizal, 61-55.
Si Jolo Mendoza ay nagbibigay ng solusyon in terms of shot making for Rizal. Pero yung offensive rebounding, 7 players ng Rizal nakakuha ng at least isang offensive rebound. That's just commitment to the offensive glass. Jelo, what a move!
Spinning around the defense, lays it in. Lead is down to 4. Under 3 minutes left. Still a lot of basketball left. Robles receives it. Ball swing to Victoria. Robles, Bumuelo, dumps it down low.
Nice block.
That was sent back to the friend zone by Christian Farito.
Well, everybody was looking at Paul Victoria, who was trying to drift on that corner side, but Billy had other things in mind. Found Jake Gaspay, but that quick rotate on that help by Christian Farito. The guy's doing everything right now for the Voyagers.
Mendoza, pass to Gaspay. Bumagsak
Alcoriza.
si Renz Alcoriza. Coach Don Dulay immediately protesting because it was their possession.
That is right. That is their possession. That's why it's up.
And now referee Ian Borbe offering an explanation to Coach Don. Alcoriza now up after that hit. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the fourth. So he was jockeying for position against Billy Robles. I don't know. It didn't look like much to me on that angle.
Yeah, I thought those were just a couple of guys really positioning sa rebounding. Alam naman natin kanina in the first half, we said about offensive rebounding being a key differentiator in the first half, and that's the same case here in the second. So whether you're Rizal or you're the Voyagers, you're not easily giving that up. And those two guys really just committed to battle on the boards.
And Rizal, after being badly out-rebounded in the first half, especially in the first quarter, it was 16-8. They have closed down that gap. Out-rebounding Pasay here in the second half. So after the review, wala rin naman tinawag. Ang possession, nasa Rizal pa rin.
Criteria for act of violence was not met.
So tinitignan nila kung yung merong act of violence, no? Pero sa kanilang pagsusuri, mukhang wala naman. So Rizal will get the possession back. Victoria, the spy, ready to offer that screen. Paul Victoria for free. Kapos.
Even Joel Liu on that air ball shot, still trying to chase a possible rebound of that miss by Paul Victoria. And to me, that is really just understanding the ploy for the second half, which is to secure the rebounds.
Coach Don Dulay sticking with Paul Victoria despite shooting just 2 out of 16 from the field. Enriquez. Pass to Santiago. Drives off the glass, short. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book. of the MPBL.
And once again, Ken, even on that drive and that miss, nakikita mo that offensive rebounding has been, a part of the game na hindi willing i-give up itong Voyagers at itong Rizal. Central Mall Golden Coolers had only 3 players getting offensive rebounds, at least 1 in the first half. Now you've got 8 of them securing offensive rebounds. And if it's the 8 different guys now trying to chase that, iba yung naging mensahe at implication or emphasis pagdating sa rebound ni Coach Don in that break.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. A split at the line from Christian Farito, making this a one-possession ball game, 61-58.
This now is going to be a matter of poise and execution for both teams.
The spy. Pinasahan si Liu. 6 on their shot clock. Robles takes the shot. Mintis.
Wow!
Great chase by Liu. Gets it back. Nice pass from Jolo Mendoza. Those are the winning plays that Rizal might just need to pull this one out. Alcoriza for free. No good. Gaspay grabs the rebound.
Now that was the right look. A drive down the baseline, a spray to the corner drift, one more pass to a wing guy that's free. He's been really good shot making from there. That is the shot they wanted to take.
Mendoza doesn't use the ball screen. Lost it. Enriquez.
Pull up.
Open free. Puts it in. Just his 7-7 rebounds, 7 assists for Nash Enriquez. And more importantly, cutting this lead down to 2.
And his first shot attempt here in the second half. All important threes made by Nash Enriquez.
Mendoza up and under, lays it in! Incredible from Jolo.
Well, if he's not making threes, if he's not making medium-range jumpers, he's gonna find a way to carve out space. This time attacking the defense of Alcoriza, getting him to an up and under, finishing that with a footwork.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Did not panic despite the shot clock winding down. Jolo Mendoza, cool as ice, like the Golden Coolers, now up by 4, 65-61. Let's listen to Coach M.
Okay lang tayo sa quick 2. Okay, so parang stagger ang mangyayari ha. Okay, tapos diretso tayo back pick. Nakuha? Pag meron, para bigyan natin. Wala, Brad. Okay, ito tayo. Down, up. Okay, tapos set up ulit natin. Tignan natin isang mabilis. Tapos pag walang mangyari, going up. Ito, ball screen tayo on top. Ito, tignan natin yan. Clear? Nakuha, nakuha,
Okay, now on the pick. One stop.
28.2 seconds left. Pasay will inbound it onto the front court looking for a quick basket. Not necessarily a free. They still have 1 timeout left. Ganun din ang sitwasyon ng Rizal. Golden Coolers are in penalty. Santiago will trigger it in.
This might be a stagger away. No, they didn't get to that. They went to that back pick.
Masyadong malalim, but good cut by Santiago.
Ooh.
No whistle. And Mendoza will be fouled. Pasay not yet in penalty.
That was a strong drive by Jelo Santiago. Would be interesting to see that, defensive stand and that challenge by Billy Robles on that shot by Jelo.
They were looking to isolate si Farito on that left block. Pero yung help defense dumating din for Rizal, forcing him to give up that basketball.
And ito, Ken, bringing in more ball handlers para Rizal. They are up 4 right now. they can take the last shot.
They have Liu, Mendoza, Chavez, Alday, and Robles.
And one foul for landing in penalty.
Alday, tough catch. Almost traveled there.
He did. Parang ganun eh, no?
Akala ko nga yun yung tawag eh. Pero foul laban sa Pasay.
Well, if you're Coach Don Dulay, at the very least, Alvin Alday has gone there once and has not missed from the line.
Farito back in the ball game. His 6th double-double of the season. 8 with 15 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks for Farito. Alday at the free throw line, coming off that 20-point output against Sarangani. Making his first. Tonight, just 8 points. But other guys have picked up the slack, particularly Jolo Mendoza. Calmly sinking both. Coach Marlon Martin will use his final timeout. And Pasay staring at a 6-point deficit, 67-61.
Ito ang inaabangan talaga year after year because the best of the best are here. At
He wants the crowd to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Having some bad drop.
What a play.
There you go. And that's
Win! Oh, my!
have a new champion this year.
Welcome to the MPBL All-Stars!
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Back with us at the Capital Arena in Ilagan, Isabela, where the lower section is practically filled. Meron na rin tayong mga tao, hundreds on the upper section, ready to witness their home team play for the very first time this season. The Cowboys taking on the Gems after this tough battle between Rizal and Pasay. Ken Pangilinan kasama si Coach Mike Perez and Lyra Punsalan. Pasay needs a quick free here. No more timeouts. Enriquez can't shake off Jolo Mendoza.
Gotta take it.
Santiago will. Off the back iron, Gaspay.
That's it.
Rizal battling back after a slow start. Trailed 11-0. Did not even lead in the first half, but turned things around, outscoring Pasay 22-7 in the third period. And then finishing things off here in the fourth. An impressive victory for the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.
And once again, you see that pattern of Coach Don Dulay. You remember when, nothing was going right. He didn't call a timeout. He kept trusting his players on the floor to be able to make the right decisions and the right reads. And so far, it's given them another win.
Best player of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back-to-back best player of the game honors, Jolo Mendoza. 13 of his 18 points here in the second half, propelling them to this huge win against the Voyagers.
And it was his shot making that really spelled the difference. Yun ang kailangan nila in the first half. They were in there. They were not really just making their shots, but when Jolo started hitting them, it was a different story altogether. Lalo na't maganda yung depensa nila in the second half.
67-61, Rizal prevails over Pasay. Jolo is standing by with Lyra.
Jolo, back-to-back player of the game honors para sa'yo. Congratulations. Itong Pasay, they came in with momentum matapos matalo ang Batangas. Paano ninyo sila nalamangan sa intensity at kumpiyansa ngayong gabi?
Yun nga they beat Batangas. So alam namin they're not the team na we can take for granted. And also we wanted to dedicate this win to our management. They bought us plane tickets going here. I heard the rest of the teams took a 14-hour bus ride. So we just wanted to repay them for taking care of us.
Worth it ang plane tickets. And itong si Coach Don, he's also been emphasizing embracing and knowing your roles. Paano lumabas yung team effort ninyo tonight? At anong bagay pa yung dadalhin nyo sa remaining must-win games ninyo?
I didn't hear the question, but we just did our best, you know, like we're how many months in the season and 6 games until the playoffs. So we're trying our best to get our momentum, work on our team chemistry on and off the court. Thankfully, it's been paying off.
Jolo, kung may mga gusto ka pa bang pasalamatan, go ahead.
On behalf po ng Team Rizal, binabati at pinapasalamatan po namin ang buong lungsod ng Rizal na sina Governor Nina Reyes, Governor Ito Inares, kay Junjun Inares. We also want to say thank you to the Golden Coolers, kay Sir Jaime Lim at Boss Joel Conde, sa Centro Malls, kala Sir Alex Cruz at Sir Sandre Cruz. And we also want to thank our sponsors, Dream Wave Beach Resorts, Health Forum with Doc Atoy, Lucky Wen Powerhouse Clothing. And I want to say thank you to my family, Rihanna, my girlfriend who's watching right now, my lola, and all the supporters of Rizal. Also, I want to say happy birthday to Marish Kaan Batumbakal. Hope you enjoy your day.
Maraming salamat and congratulations, Jolo Mendoza of the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Sulit ang biyahe. Maraming salamat, Lyra. Congratulations to Jolo Mendoza and the rest of the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers. Up next, the first home game of the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. They will take on the May Kawayan Marilao Gems. That's coming up next. Huwag kayong aalis, mga kaliga. Magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay di naghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbak.